Let's talk about social momentum. All right, you guys, I'm going to explain to you guys why social momentum is super useful in your life and what it can actually do for you. So, the exact definition of social momentum is basically the idea that the more people you talk to in a given period, the easier it is to talk to an additional person. Think of it as like a bar of confidence that fills up with each person that you talk to. And if you build enough social momentum, you become completely fearless in any social situation. So that's the exact definition of social momentum. I'm going to explain to you guys right now why it's super useful and why you should utilize it in your life, because it helps you with so many different things. It helps you with getting a job, it helps you with your family, helps you with your friends, helps you with the person that you want to ask out on a date, whatever that is, whatever the conversation that you want to have. This is what social momentum is, and this is why it's useful, and it's a tool, and it should help you out. And also, I'm going to be posting these types of videos now for 2025, where I'm going to be talking to you guys about certain skills that you should utilize and input into your life and start working on slowly every single day, because it's going to transform you into this type of person where you have a lot of high energy, you're a very charismatic person, and you are getting a lot of momentum in your life. These are all skills that you should utilize in your day-to-day activities. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a very successful person, these are all skills that you should utilize, and these are all skills that very successful people have utilized in their life. So that's why I'm telling you guys this tool right here. Social momentum will help you build stronger skills in your life. If you ever meet those people in your life where you're just like, anybody could think of this person where it's like they can literally have a conversation with anyone about anything all the time. And the reason why is because they've mastered social momentum, whether they know it or not. It's just a skill that some people have. You ever meet those people that are like golden retriever energy? Well, those types of people, they've mastered social momentum. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you can do that right now. The easiest way for you to do that is to listen to music, call people, and engage in your day-to-day activity and take risks. Listening to music helps you with social momentum, because the more music you listen to, the more you're thinking about the lyrics, the more you're actually singing the lyrics, you're getting those vocal cords warmed up. You're actually warming up your brain, you're warming up your mouth, you're warming up your vocal cords. And these are all useful things, because if you spend all day not talking to anybody, and then you at the end of the day you have a big conversation with all your friends and you're the most quiet person in the friend group, it's because you haven't talked all day and you haven't done anything all day and you haven't warmed up at all. You have nothing to add to the conversation, even though you've done a lot today, which is useful information and things that can be helpful in the art of conversation and stuff like that. You have literally nothing else to say because you haven't warmed up at all day long. Now, the easiest way for you to do that is to listen to music whenever you get the chance. When you listen to music, your brain understands that there's input coming in, and input is what exactly helps you with social momentum. Input is what changes your complete perception of social momentum and having conversations with people. Input is what changes your whole reality. When you change the input of what you're watching, instead of brain scrolling or brain rotting yourself, scrolling all day on social media, go out and have conversations with people. Tell someone that they have a nice outfit. That's the next thing, taking risks. Right? We're going to skip ahead and go to that part right there. When you take risks, when you go out of your way to give someone a compliment, or you go out of your way to have a conversation with someone that you wouldn't normally have with, you are breaking that barrier of fear. Fear is what doesn't allow you to be creative in conversations. Fear is what doesn't allow you to actually have those conversations with people and just think of anything on the spot ready to go. Fear is what stops you. The fear of being judged, the fear of not being smart enough, the fear of being boring. These are all things that stop you from being able to have the conversations that you could be having with people, or saying the things that you want to actually say to people. Fear. Once you understand that, you will progress in life tremendously, because you can essentially have a conversation with anybody all the time, anywhere, at any point, and like anytime. It's crazy how fast and quickly your perception of things change when you get over fear. Now, going out of your way to give people compliments is a great way, because some people are going to react to it very nicely, and some people just aren't going to react to it at all. And that's something that you have to deal with. Rejection. You have to deal with rejection, whether you're asking out your crush, or you're going up to this person and you're giving them a compliment, or you want to get some information. Some people just aren't going to give you that information. That's just life at the end of the day. Some people are more reserved. Some people are more open. There's different types of personalities out there. But focus on you. Focus on you. If you decide you want to give this person a compliment, you have to deal with the sacrifice of putting yourself in a vulnerable position of being like, hey, I don't know how this person is going to react, but I'm going to be nice to them. Nice goes a long way with social momentum. The more nice you are to people, the more people open up to you, the more information you get, and the more information you can utilize to progress your life in some way, some shape, somehow. It's just how you utilize that information and perception of yourself. Now, let's keep going with this topic. I'm just on a roll right now, you guys. Sorry, I had a big cup of coffee and I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. We gotta talk about social momentum, you guys. We have to talk about social momentum. Why? Because I struggled with it so much when I was younger. I struggled with confidence. Social momentum also goes hand in hand with confidence. But that's the thing. I struggled so much with confidence when I was younger. I had nothing to talk about with people, even though I did so much throughout my day. And you guys do so much throughout your day. It's just how you perceive that stuff that you do throughout the day. The stuff that you seem boring is actually very interesting to some people. It's actually very interesting. It's just how you convey it to people in your conversations, right? It's how you convey it to people in conversations. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about with music and now taking risks is taking phone calls. Taking phone calls is so important to social momentum, because if you're just doing things by yourself all day long, that's good. And I agree with people when they talk about mindset, grindset, and they just completely cut themselves off from people. Sometimes you have to do that in life. And I've done that so many different times in my life. But on the same time, taking a 15-minute phone call from your grandma is not the worst thing in the world. There's many benefits to that. Number one, you get to hear about your grandma said. That's a very nice thing. Number two, you also get to practice social momentum. You get to have a conversation and warm up before you're doing something. And number three, it helps with adding more information to your day-to-day activities. I call people all the time. Whenever I'm in the car, I'm listening to music, and if I get bored of a song or something, I'll immediately just call someone. I'll call a friend, even if I know he's busy. If he answers, he answers. If he doesn't answer, I'll leave a voicemail, whatever. Just talking. We are social creatures. We are meant to be talking. Don't isolate yourself so much. The reason why you feel unconfident in yourself, or the reason why you feel introverted, is because you isolate yourself way too much. Being introverted is not the worst thing in the world, but you can get into this trap where you identify yourself as an introvert, and that's all you are. You just allow yourself to be an introvert, when at the end of the day, people are very social creatures and they can change their habits and their routines and their personality completely. And it's amazing when you open yourself up to people. It's amazing when you open yourself up to be this type of person that's the number one person in the room, leading the conversation. Being a leader in this day and age is so essential and so key. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being introverted. At the end of the day, everybody who says they're introverted is also extroverted in some shape, some form. It's just depending on what social situation you're in and what group you're in. If you're with your family and you say, I'm an introvert, obviously you're an introvert because you're hanging out with your family. You don't want to say too much. Maybe you don't want to get yelled at, whatever. Or you could be an extrovert, whatever. It could be the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? So identify your personality and identify what you would like to understand more about that personality, but also understand that social momentum can help you with your personality. It can help you with these other things in your life and stuff like that. And I'm not saying being an introvert is bad. I'm an introvert sometimes. Sometimes I'm totally fine with just sitting in my room playing a couple of video games here and there instead of going out to the bars and like hanging out with people and just like doing a bunch of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that at all. All I'm saying is that social momentum is a very good way to get more information, to help people out, and also improve your personality and energy overall. Now, social momentum extinguishes your fears, and it allows you to be more confident at the end of the day. Because the minute you get over that fear, this is the best tactic, is social momentum, is the minute your life is going to start to change. Because when tough situations come up, or people come up, or certain conversations come up that you don't want to talk about, or that you do want to talk about, or that you need more information of, that's when you utilize social momentum. That's when you utilize it to become the best you and get more information that will help propel you and get more momentum in your life. That is exactly why building social skills is super important and super key to building a good personality in your life. And that's basically it. That's basically all social momentum is. Just listen to some good music, have conversations with people, talk to people on the phone. It's the easiest way to get yourself warmed up. It's the easiest way to get more information so you could tell people things later on. You could tell funny stories. You can add that to your personality and stuff like that. It is great stuff to do for yourself, and just take more risks in general. Take more risks, give people that compliment. Say something nice to someone, because at the end of the day, you guys, it's all energy. Energy surrounds us all. And the minute you start utilizing your own energy, it's like a bubble around you just starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And as this bubble gets bigger and bigger and bigger, more people enter that bubble, and they enter that bubble with your energy. It's not their energy that's draining you. It's your own energy and how you perceive things and how your perception of reality is, because you can shift the entire environment in a room. Have you ever been, for example, I go to some parties or kickbacks or something, and the energy is just low. There's bad music. People aren't really talking that much. People aren't really having that fun. You could shift the entire perception of that whole night and reality of that whole night, if you just get hype. When you get other people hyped, they get super hyped. That's a perfect example of social momentum. That's a perfect example of it. You are influencing the energy in the room. And when you influence the energy in the room, you can change your reality. Just like you can change your life when you influence your own energy. Because your own energy affects the other people around you and stuff. If other people are low energy, you can shift the reality in that room. You can shift the energy in that room by utilizing social momentum, by utilizing the art of conversation and utilizing that skill to really push forward. That is what social momentum can really help you out with. It can help with shifting your reality, shifting your experiences so that things are more uplifting, more positive, more in the frequency that you are looking for. There are many things in life that you aren't in control of, and I get that, but there's many things that you aren't in control of. And social momentum is one of the things that you are completely in control of, and it will absolutely transform your life when you utilize this skill every single day. Now, the best thing I would suggest for you guys is to start doing these things slowly every single day. Start listening to more music more. Start singing songs more just to get those vocal cords warmed up early in the morning and stuff like that. Take time for yourself and continue to have conversations with people. Just call people randomly, old friends, relatives, family friends, anybody that you haven't spoken to in a very long time. Just call people. It's a good way to just reach out to people, have good conversations, and keep yourself like at a high elevation and high energy and frequency, because you are reaching out to people because you actually care. That's the thing. You have to care, otherwise it's not going to work. If you don't care, social momentum won't work. If you're just trying to have a conversation with someone because I'm telling you to do it and you don't really care about it, it's never going to work. You're never going to see any progress. You have to care. You have to understand, why is this person going through this? What is happening to this person? I want to listen and I want to be there for them, and I want to be that type of person. And it's only draining if you allow it to be draining. Cut off the conversations when you need to. Leave the conversation when you need to. But be polite about it. Don't be rude. Don't be mean. You know what I'm saying? Utilize your energy in positive, good ways, and you will see a shift in your life in a positive, good way. Energy is all around us. So remember, you guys, that's the easiest way to master and understand social momentum. And if you guys have any questions, please leave it down below in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Peace.